You might know someone who has swallowed some weird beliefs and is part of a group that deceives and controls them. Especially around the holidays, you're more likely to be near one. How do you influence them so they listen? How do you influence them so they can better evaluate their beliefs and the relationship to a controlling cult? I was raised in a cult and left when wise friends did the 5 things I'm going to share with you today. Before we unwrap the 5 master moves to influence a cult member, consider 3 key facts about cult members. The true believers who trust people they shouldn't. First, they get an emotional payoff for being part of the group. Yes, it might be elitism, the feeling that they have information or status that others don't have. It might be hatred, that their group is the one to take down the evil that galvanizes their group. But there's an emotional payoff they get, so tread carefully. They like being part of a group that makes them feel special or has the high mission of attacking their bad guy or group. Second, they have been programmed to discount any and all disconfirming information. Big Pharma, the devil, the radical left, etc., lies to you, and we're the only source you can trust. This is part of an information control campaign that keeps them in the group. When you quote a news source that isn't an approved source, they reject it out of hand. And third, the more you push information on them, ridicule their beliefs, or push facts at them, the harder their defenses become. You want to quote Jack Nicholson in the movie A Few Good Men. You can't handle the truth. What influences people deep in a belief system and toxic group or organization? Use 5 key influence approaches to influence them. First, establish a line of communication. Hostage negotiation became much more effective when they realized they couldn't bully their way to a resolution. Instead, the FBI and others established a line of communication with the perpetrator and did the second thing, which is establish rapport through acknowledgement. Gary Nosner, the FBI hostage negotiator who transformed the Bureau's approach, usually opened with, "Hi, I'm Gary. What got us here today? Back to your crazy uncle." Your line of communication might be the fact that you're stuck with him at the end of the dinner table. When they spout off some crazy conspiracy theory, ask them, "How did you come to believe this?" If you ask with curiosity, not ridicule, you'll keep lines of communication open. The second master move, report through acknowledgement, can include statements that you understand how difficult it can be to sort through fact from fiction. People want to feel understood. To gain influence, show that you understand. The third master move to influence them comes in the form of questions. Ask questions that open up their thinking, especially to be curious about disconfirming information sources. How are you thinking about the research that debunks your leader's claim to fame? Again, be curious and respectful to keep lines of communication open. It's common for a true believer to claim that they've reviewed all disconfirming information, but rarely is this true. What true believing cult members do is listen to apologists who keep them safe in their beliefs by filtering criticisms, so the true believer won't have to evaluate it directly. That's why approach number 4, asking about detailed criticisms, will make the cult member squirm. Cult members don't live in details, but are used to swallowing broad statements about groups, information sources, or concepts. Drilling into detail will help them start to see nuanced information and cause them to begin to doubt the broad labels. This brings us to master move number 5, playing the long game. It's unlikely that your crazy uncle will fall to his knees and declare Fox News to be nothing more than a propaganda funnel for stupid people after you speak with him. But if you play the long game, bit by bit, slowly, he might open up to information sources that help him sort through media deception. He might ditch Fox for something worse or might begin to listen to contradictory reporting to more fully scrutinize their beliefs. It's a long game. Be patient, respectful, and wise. Remember, ridicule pushes them deeper into defensiveness, where questions, respect, and curiosity keep lines of communication open. Cult members, even when they push back on your questions, are listening. Be patient. Yes, they are deep in their beliefs. And with an open line of communication, understanding, questions, digging into details, and playing the long game, you can help them return to reality. I know because this is what true friends did for me, and I let go of some very destructive beliefs to live a much fuller, productive life. Thanks for joining us today at the Change Capability Institute.